woke up this morning and I was like, I'm just going to check on the beer. It's only been 12 hours. Nothing probably happened, but this has happened. That's fermentation all the way to the top of the tinfoil. How crazy is that? I can't believe that. So I don't know if something wild got in there or what, or if that's the bread yeast. But you can see, it's probably hard to tell on camera, but there's like bubbles and fermentation, all sorts of stuff happening in here. So something's happening. I'll check on it in about 24 hours from now, see if it's calmed down, and yeah, go from there. It's been 2 weeks. This should be done fermenting, I'd imagine. I am going to cheat a little bit, and for those who don't homebrew, I got this in this test to see how much sugars I got. I don't have a lot left, so it's going to take a good chunk of this beer, unfortunately. I have a sanitized solution here for this. If I do this again, I probably want to take a gravity reading. That's what this is called. But I'm curious. I'm curious to see what that baker's yeast did. Man, this thing went nuts on fermentation. Wow. So this is showing at 1.012, called 1012, from 1.037. That puts my alcohol at 3.28%. That is awesome. So it fermented. The baker's yeast did something. Because I don't have that much volume left here, I'm going to bottle this too. I usually don't do that. I do kind of want to taste it though. Now, normally for brewers, once you put it in here, this was not sanitized. You want to sanitize everything at this point, especially. So, but I don't care. This isn't really anything. So, just a fun experiment. Also, just you can just get bottles from your from the grocery store, your favorite 6-pack. Once you're done, save them, clean them out, rinse them with really hot water. I'll throw below. You can also use a bleach concoction solution with just the right amount. That also can sanitize. I have sanitation stuff here called Star San, which is what brewers use or homebrewers use a lot. I'm gonna use this, but yeah, those are the other options. I also have bottle caps. I also have a bottle capper. If you don't have one of those, maybe try screw tops bottles and trying to re-screw the cap back on. I would also maybe try, I think like Bud Light or Miller Lite or one of those has can screw tops, like a thermos almost. You could try a thermos. I'd avoid using like anything glass unless you can fill it all the way to the top. It's about to hear where I'm going to. You could maybe try a growler, like something like this, and screw the top on. But if you have too much headspace and the CO2 in it, can potentially bust it. So I'll be cautious on that end. This is something you would not normally ever do, but I'm going to just eyeball a little agave, and that needs to, this needs sugar again to re-ferment in the bottle to create carbonation. I'm going to rehydrate some yeast in here because I think it needs a little bit help in the bottle, but I could be wrong on that. I don't know. So just eyeballed a little bit there, a little bit of swirl, let that bloom for a sec. But yeah, I'm just going to eyeball. I've done this before, actually bottling, and it's worked okay. So just throw a little in there. I'll start with 3 bottles. I might need 4. I'm not sure yet. Okay, that's bloomed a little bit. Just throw a little in there. Excellent. Got my little funnel here, which again, you can put some hot water in or use your bleach solution. Homebrewers out there are cringing. I'm just oxygenating everything. And the way I'm doing this is so wrong. But, in the spirit of grocery store beer, you gotta do what you gotta do. Try and splash as little as possible. Another thing you could do is heat up just some sugar in the water and boil it for like 10 minutes and use that solution instead of putting agave in. I'd say probably for the amount I have here for 3 bottles, like 0.2 ounces. That's by weight. I think a little strainer would be ideal for this. Some goop is getting into this. Let me get a strainer. I might be able to get more beer out of this. We'll see. I don't think I can get another bottle out of it. It's like liquid bread. Okay. these are a little full. I'm gonna sort of do this, a little this. All right, well, I got 4 bottles out of it. This last one I did not need to really do. It's like goop. All right, well, there you have it. 4 beers. I'll pull off a sample here to see what it tastes like. It's been 7 days since I bottled this. Today is December 28th. Let's crack it open. I think it's a little early. I think I should probably let it go a full 2 weeks. I don't know. I have no idea. Uncharted territory here. Uh-oh, they might be overcarbonated. No? No? This is going to be so cloudy. It is carbonated. That is awesome. It's amazing. With baker's yeast. That is nuts. Look how white that is. There's so much protein in this. So, let's get right to it. So the nose off the bat is crazy. It's very herbal, which one would expect. Do you want to try a sip? You want to try it? It's very herbal, like group beer herbal. For those who don't know what a group beer is, that's the beer they're making like way back in the day, like 1500s, Middle Ages, and before hops were really known. That's what they brew with, would be herbs and spices and things like that. Kind of citrusy. I'm getting a little citrus in there, but a lot more like a garden than anything. Here we go. It's not that bad.
It ain't bad.
I'm shocked it carbonated, and I'm shocked that this is drinkable. It's crazy. It's like the milkiest thing ever. It's cool. It's like the bay leaves that I added just right amount of bitterness, I think. I know there's no hopsiness, and I can tell that. Like, if someone hands this to me and says there's not hopsiness, I go, yeah, you're probably right. But it has like a nice bitterness to it in a different way. Not astringent, but like, there's a little bite there. The 3 bay leaves did something. And then the nose is like very lemony. The black tea is coming out, I would say. I'm not getting any coriander, so whatever transferred in that sense did a good job. I'd say lemon is the biggest citrus I'm getting out of this. I would almost think there's lemon in this. I mean, I get a little black tea in there, but not as much as I thought I would. It's really citrusy, actually. The more it sits and opens up a little bit, it's getting more and more lemon. I'm not getting any like weird oxidation, which I thought I might. I'm not getting any off flavors when it comes to like too much protein or too much like yeasty flavors. I thought I might get too much like bready, like yeast and suspension sort of thing going on. I'm not. No diacetyl, which is an off flavor, like a buttery flavor. Crazy. Crazy how clean this turned out. I've made worse beer with hops, trying my best with grain than this. I say go for it, man. If you can do this and you have some of the equipment, go for it. And if you don't have all the equipment, you can still go for it. 3.5% beer, just from the store, fully carbonated. I say this is a big success. I'm very happy with the results. Yeah, so I'm going to do this again. I want to do this again. I might tweak the ingredients, like maybe the amount of bay leaves, maybe something else for bittering. I did see flaked barley at the store, and I think I might try that instead of one of the other grains, because I think they may have some enzymes in them more than the whole raw grains. I might swap out the coriander for something else, but the coriander does have the oils I need. A lot more successful than I thought. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and get out there and go to the store and make a beer with the ingredients from the store.
I'm not sure what exactly it is.
Do you hate it or do you like it?
I don't hate it. I kind of like it. It's like a slushied sour.